Named by Jedi Padawan Anakin Skywalker, Alpha-17 was a courageous and determined clone. While his career began and culminated on Kamino, his journey in between was nothing short of incredible. Welcome to the Characters and Star Wars Lore episode 151, Alpha-17. Only 2 months following the Battle of Geonosis, the Clone Wars arrived on Tipoca City. The Separatists charged into the heart of Kamino's capital, knowing its significance to the Galactic Republic's war effort, forcing the hand of Lama Su. The Kamino Prime Minister activated the ARC troopers, deploying them to hotspots across Kamino in a last-ditch effort to save the planet's cloning facilities. Among those deployed was Alpha-17, who teamed up with Jedi Master Shaak Ti, Jedi Knight Obi-Wan Kenobi and his Padawan Anakin Skywalker to repel the droid forces from Tipoca's central armory. To the Jedi's dismay, they quickly realised Alpha was like no other trooper, as he rigged the cloning labs to explode. His reasoning for such a drastic sacrifice of clone lives was simple: they grow up loyal to the Republic, or they don't grow up at all. However, the Jedi found another way to push back the Separatist forces. Together, they coordinated a counterattack using Kamino's waters to flood the enemy. Partly due to his efforts, Alpha-17 preserved the next generation of clone soldiers. Having witnessed the clones' lethal effectiveness on Kamino, ObiWan Kenobi enlisted the help of Alpha-17 in many subsequent missions, the first of which occurred on the Gungan colony moon of Omajun that had been ravaged by genocidal slaughter. While investigating, Alpha and his comrades were attacked by bounty hunter Dirge and Dark Jedi Asajj Ventress. However, alongside Skywalker, Alpha-17 managed to destroy the pair's bioweapon before it could ravage Naboo. In another mission, the ARC Trooper accompanied Kenobi and his Padawan to the remote Outer Rim world of Jabim, which had recently declared its allegiance to Count Dooku's Confederacy of Independent Systems. Initially, the Republic recorded a string of victories over the Separatist forces stationed there, but all that changed as damp weather conditions continued to halt the Republic's march forward. In fact, the lack of movement resulted in an ambush, leading to a massive explosion which seemingly claimed the lives of Obi-Wan and Alpha-17. While both men survived, they were transferred under Separatist custody to a secret prison on Ratatak, where they faced torture at the hands of Ventress. Despite the intolerable nature of each beating though, Alpha and Kenobi failed to reveal sensitive information regarding Republic troop movement. What's more, they managed to escape imprisonment, fight their way off Ratatak and regroup with the Grand Army. After several weeks spent recovering in a bacta tank, Alpha-17 was transferred from General Kenobi's 3rd Systems Army back to Kamino, where he could train the next generation of clone troopers. Within a matter of months, Alpha was promoted to the rank of captain, and as the lead instructor of Tipoca City's training facility, he oversaw the experimental ARC training program, which birthed legendary clone captains and commanders such as Neo, Bakara, Gree, Apo, Rex, Bly, Wilf and Fordo. Furthermore, he handpicked some of the finest clones to graduate from the program to serve in Squad 7. Despite his new role however, Alpha-17 still played a part on the battlefield from time to time. For example, he was chosen to accompany Senator Bail Organa on his tour of the Outer Rim sieges. Unfortunately, General Grievous attacked and critically wounded Alpha, so much so that he thought he'd never walk again. He was later loaded onto a medical transport alongside the seemingly dead Ventress as hostilities wound down, but the transport would never reach its destination of Coruscant. As it turned out, the Dark Jedi was still very much alive, and at her behest, the pilots diverted course into the unknown. Now it's time for this week's question. Where do you think Asajj Ventress and Alpha-17 ventured to aboard the medical transport? Let me know in the comments below. Remember to vote for next week's episode by participating in the card poll on screen now. Also, to have your say in future lore videos, head on over to thekankazans.com and get voting. If you're interested in learning all about Bounty Hunter Dirge, who was mentioned in this episode, click the video on the left. Thanks for watching, and for more Star Wars related content, keep it locked here to the Kankazans. Even at an early age, Dirge was in exceptional physical shape and possessed natural aggression that was uncommon for the Jedi species. As soon as he witnessed bounty hunters in action, he fixated himself with the dangerous trade, which led him to Jang. The Mandalorian training master taught Dirge everything he needed to know about Mandalorian tactics and combat skill.